There we go. Just going to make sure that YouTube has actually caught up. Don't think I've forgotten anything this time round. Although I'm sure I'm going to see something that I've missed. Alrighty. We are ready to go. So, for tonight, as the title implies, I'll be, well, playing HMS Barham for the first time. I haven't played any matches in it yet. I have no progress towards my next mark yet, either. So, well, why not do it with Barham itself? Hello, Regardi. And this will be our lineup. And I think I'll just get right into it. Actually, before we start, let's actually take a look at Barham, because I haven't yet had a proper look at it. Decent extended belt. Mediocre main belt. The extended belt is pretty good. That's not what I wanted. I want to see what the armor below is. A little bit of a turtleback, some funnel protection. I mean, it is in the World War I fit. Actually, does it say the year? 1916, so yeah. Ammo racks are at least decently below the waterline, and they're not too big. So let's see what it's like. At least it does have stock sap. And that's a quick battle. And it's Conquest La Manche. Different guns though, Myers. Evan. Different guns. I'll wait and see. It's a half-full match. No familiar names, luckily. Because I know there's two friends of mine that are also playing Barham at the moment, for as far as I know.
Action stations, man your posts. Engines, flank speed. Hold your helm.
As of the other 15-inch guns though, very slow turrets. I'm not a fan of slow turrets. No hostiles on this side, that's kind of to be expected. A bit of a shame. There's all of them still to spawn in. There we go, our first victim. Yeah, I haven't really seen the firing angles yet, but they do look pretty good. Speed is not too bad for a stock battleship. 38 kph. I've almost forgotten what actually happened in Seek and Destroy. But yeah. I'm trying to remember if there were any like... I just don't remember anything special Seek and Destroy. I also somehow forgot that was the previous update. Far, okay. Yeah, that's the problem, yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of the new tracers. The fact that you can see your own really well is nice and all, but the fact you can't see enemy tracers too well is very annoying. It has led to some situations where I just do not know what I'm getting shot by. Quite often, actually. Let's just wait for the measuring range. There we go. That's really under aim.
Enemy. Hit.
Some solid hits.
Enemy listing and losing.
Still in the clear, so we'll just keep shooting at this AI for the time being. Still a bit high. Still kind of wish we had a more modern battleship for Britain though. What do we have over there? Just a few cruisers, a few battleships.
Collision alert. Enemy listing and losing speed.
I think I need a few, like another salvo against that American cruiser. Just to finish it off.
We are losing.
And then moving on to the next ship. I think I might want to go for some of these. I saw an Ismail in a kill feed, but I think there it is. Bow on to me.
Target identified. Battleship.
Yeah, we are, but the thing you have to remember is new rank 6 ships. Okay, we already have rank 6.
Target identified.
So it just means we'll get more of the same for the other nations, I'm guessing. Also, there isn't much more of the same you can add to the nations they mentioned. Oh, getting in the way of the Fuso apparently.
Engine. All back. Hell. Hard
So
starboard.
let's...
Excuse me.
I apologize for that. These are really good firing angles for the rear guns.
Hell. Midship. Hell midship. Aye. We are ready.
Just laying on the coal to try and get ahead of him.
Port forward.
And I don't know what I want to shoot at first.
Target
I'm tempted to just shoot the cruisers, but there's not really much use at rush. Those two battleships seem like interesting targets. Probably squishy enough for the 15-inch gun as well. At least for the sap.
Target identified. Battle cruiser. Bearing 200. Engine. 2/3.
And let's see what that does. He shot way too high and only hit the funnel. As expected. I will say, even though with the amount of grinding I've been doing for getting to Amagi, which I still don't have, I am still not a good shot with battleships.
Shells on target. Starboard your helm. Engaging the enemy.
Like, not at all. These might be decent hits. There we go.
Enemy listening and losing speed.
So am I. And maybe finally an attack tree. Because a thing that I have noticed, and I'm definitely going to complain about
Pump out flooded compartment.
when I do eventually do my update summary video, is this lineup. You know, the 3 7.0s Britain has, only one of them is in the attack tree. These two are both event ships, and that is criminal. To only have one Tech 3 7.0 when you have a 3-ship lineup. or a possible 3-ship lineup. Also, that ship is just ablaze from stem to stern, isn't it? Oh, just put it out. That could have ended very dangerously with its Wonderton. I think it's a Wonderton anyways. I think I might want to prioritize getting the better rangefinders on the ship rather than the shells. Yes, I do. There's not many ships left on that list. I actually still have it saved on my computer, all of the ships. Let me look it up after this battle. And do remind me of it, because I will forget. But I do have all the images still on my PC. Yeah, that's right. Stalingrad is in there, and I think Gneisenau, I think Tirpitz, and that's about it. All the others have been added already. But I have to look through. I know there's like a few coastal vessels that haven't been added from that list, but pretty much all capital ships have. Indianapolis, yes, right, that's one of them. Yeah, that's basically it, Deutschland. Let's see what that salvo does, and if it's still afloat, we'll pump the 15-inch shells into it. I guess we do. Again, the Halo, this is my first match in it. I genuinely do not have any kind of opinion on Barham just yet.
Target identified. Light cruiser. Target identified.
I'm not really putting it to the test either by just shooting at these squishy AIs. But at this point I don't really want to pick a fight with other battleships, not stock.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
There's a 15-inch gun. Also, I've been hearing through the grapevine that the 15-inch gun accuracy has been buffed slightly. I'm not entirely sure if that's true or not, but I did hear something along those lines. Oh. Ooh, I want to punish that Brooklyn really badly. Whenever I see a stationary cruiser in a battleship match, you have to shoot them.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
I mean, yeah, if you want to squad up. Let's just go to halt and ready. I shot on this very, very squishy MRX on the Brooklyn. Just ready up and fire. And hopefully we'll teach that Brooklyn not to sit still in a battleship match. I think I aimed a bit too far forward. I did. I think it's ever slightly reversing. Did one of my sections guns just get a shot him? And there goes Yamarak. Now the stationary Ismail,
Battle cruiser.
which also has quite squishy Yamaraks. Actually, what's the pen of this up? Range is almost 10. I should still be able to punch through that, although he's quite angled. Ismail doesn't have the most armor though. So let's see what that salvo does. I will say I do like the look of the Barham. It looks like a solid dreadnought. Whereas the Marlborough, as to take a comparison, looks a bit squishy. But that was a good hit on the ready rack. Now let's see if I can do it to another one. If I can actually see where its turrets are. I think there's the rear one. There's a Graf Speer I really want to shoot at next. And that's another shell room detonated. Let's go for one of the middle ones next.
Bomber, ahead! 10,000 meters.
Bomber ahead, oh boy.
Action stations, enemy spotted.
Okay, let's get a move on now.
Engine.
Just throw it in reverse. No kill on the
Target identified. Heavy cruiser.
Ismail, sadly. It seems the spear has taken a liking to me.
Compartment. Port your helm.
Taking some engine damage.
Repair parties, begin damage control.
Oh, that is looking good for an ammo rack. Come on. Oh, almost a bit too low. Actually, they were very close. Just not close enough.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Engine, flank speed.
And those slam all midships. I do need to get the sap on the 6-inch guns as well. I think it'll help a lot against dealing with these cruisers. Ismail got sunburned over the Sisk, that's fine. And then Crashby got annihilated by a Mutsu.
Target identified. Battleship.
That is not an Ismail, that's a Poltava. I think I should shoot at Scharnhorst.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
To be honest, I'm not too familiar with all the British capital ship classes. I know the more famous World War II ones, but I'm not too familiar with their battle cruisers and their other stuff. Got a lot of crew damage, but again, because I can't see where my crew compartments are in the X-ray, I have no clue where I got damaged already. In terms of my crew loss at least.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartment. Port your helm.
Destroy the target.
What is... I don't think that's guy that's shooting me yet. I think it's the AI over there shooting me. Where is the Scharnhorst? There it is.
Engine. Full stop.
Just a little more effort.
Is he reversing?
Victory will surely be ours.
It is reversing.
Shells on target. All hands. We have been critically damaged. Shells on target.
Something keep knocking out my secondaries and I'm not a fan of it. I genuinely have no clue what's shooting me.
Shot. Shells on target.
My sap shells are not quite punching through to the elevators or to the barbettes.
All hands. Shot.
Yeah, it's still the AI on my flank shooting me. There we go, that's a decent hit. That says I did literally no damage, I think, but it won't. Yeah, I know you can see shells through smoke, but it doesn't help. You don't know what angle to look at. But I know it's that AI over there shooting me.
All hands. We have been critically damaged.
At least this game is pretty much in the bag, and a single stop shooting at the Scharnhorst, I can't damage it meaningfully. But I don't think I have time before the match actually ends to reload another salvo. There we go.
The battle is over. Crew stand up.
Ooh, just took a massive hit from a Kronstadt. So what happens to the Scharnhorst, and I'll explain it again, is we've nicknamed it the Barbette bug. I'm not entirely sure if it's even a bug, but let me just show you. So if we go to Scharnhorst, if it loads. So if you go to protection analysis, and let's just take the good old 16-inch gun, because why not? So what happens to Scharnhorst is you shoot the Barbette, and shrapnel will travel down the Barbette. Of course, that was a bit of a bad showcase. But the armor of the Barbette itself degrades like main belt armor does, and splash damage into the Barbette then travels down to the magazine. So if you just... Of course, you can't actually see armor degradation too much in the protection analysis, and you can't show it happening multiple times. But the Barbette armor of Scharnhorst degrades like the outer belt. So it'll lose effectiveness, and I have, and you can, then detonate Scharnhorsts with even the 140mm secondaries on Japanese battleships, making them quite easy to kill. But I think my 15-inch sap just didn't quite have the punch to deal with it. And it should be Japan, Great Britain, not Japan. And we'll keep going. And of course, because the Barbette, there's no like armor plate between the floor of the Barbette, so to speak, and the actual magazine. It is just a void. So as soon as you saturate or knock out the Barbette armor or degrade the Barbette armor, there is just a hole in the armored deck or turtleback or whatever you want to call it of Scharnhorst. So yeah, that's why that's what makes it easy to detonate. Oops, some sell from Battle Pass. And the funny thing is that even with the Barbette degraded, and the outer belt degraded, the back of the Barbette, so when you pen through the first layer, the second layer, so the other side of the Barbette, is still enough effectiveness to just stop overpens. Especially from the lower caliber secondary guns. So you just always, your shells always detonate inside the Barbette, and then shrapnel travels to the ammunition. And then you kill Scharnhorsts with secondaries. Not the greatest map for battleships. So you might want to hang back for a spawn, anything we know, and I forgot to squad up with Deutschland, but he managed to get into a match anyways. And I forgot to look at the list of vehicles, but I think we already went over it. It is pretty much, what was it, 4 battleships, and a coastal.
All hands to battle stations.
Another Barham, Bayern. Shimakaze, our first target. When you're in a battleship map, especially on maps like this, always shoot the Shimikazes if you're seeing one. But it's already too late, his torpedo salvo is on the way. And that is going to be hell when you have to spawn the second time. Because I can pretty much guarantee you that we will see battleships getting sunk by Shimikaze torpedoes. I've heard of the game Sea Power, it is not quite my thing. It does look pretty cool though, in the few videos I've watched on it. But it's not quite my thing. too much micromanagement for my liking.
Action station! Action station! Enemy spotted! Starboard your helm! Shells on target!
There we go. Now, that's an Amagi. I think the front magazine is actually the easiest thing to fill on an Amagi. Range is 8.5. Amagi's belt is only 10 inches, which is 250. I should be able to pen that easily. Let's see if I can actually do it. Middle of Amagi is around there, I think. Let's see if I can see the rear of it. It's 3. And that's about it. So I need to aim 2 ahead for turrets. Let's actually aim low enough as well. And let's see what happens with that salvo. And pop goes the Amagi.
Target identified. Light cruiser. Target identified. Battleship.
That's an enemy Barham, that's an enemy Barham.
Target identified. Battleship.
That's a Yamashiro. I'm very tempted to just bully the Yamashiro. I think he's going to be targeting me as well.
Target identified.
So let's try and eliminate him first. You just saw what happened there, Liberate. And Yamashiro got taken out by a Texas. All the... I mean, it's what can you really expect? It's a Japanese battleship, they have exposed magazines. And it's not even a battleship, it's a battle cruiser, so it has even less armor protection. And when you know where to shoot it, you just shoot it. I don't know who to prioritize because I don't know who's actively shooting me with, but I think it's at Congo. I think the Congo's a bit slower, but that is a way too much lead behind. I just thought the Congo's a bit slower, but never mind. Actually still hits him. Good.
Port your helm. Port all.
Salvo against the Congo. Let's prepare some guns.
Begin damage.
Don't quite have parts, so that's why it takes so long to quite have the punching power to deal with the Congo, which is a bit weird to say, even though it has less armor than the Magi. The Congos are a bit trickier to sink.
Target identified.
What is that? That's also Barham.
Target identified. Battleship.
That's bad. That's very bad. It is definitely the Congo that's shooting me. As well as some other battleships, I believe. Also, if it's just a German dreadnought, that's fine.
Damage control to firefighting crew. Control burning compartment.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Starboard your helm.
Somebody attack him.
That Alaska is not having the greatest of times.
Helm, hard to starboard.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
You know, I've just realized something. The way I aim or try and...
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
What gun did that shell come from? Also, I think the Alaska just ate a torpedo for me. So I'm going to continue using him as a torpedo shield for as long as he's afloat. is it? I don't know.
Damage control to station.
Some of my turrets are not quite aligned and I don't know why. I'll be shooting under repair, but oh well, I'll take this penalty for one.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
There goes the Alaska. I'm surprised that the Des Moines is still afloat. Especially at this battle rating. Barham got detonated by a Fuso, interesting. Really? Oof. Immediate fire, because of course. Barham is probably the one shooting me at the moment.
Target identified. Battleship.
It is. Let's wait for the FP to finish, so we don't have to fire under penalty. And a damage breach, of course.
Damage control.
That was a lot of damage. I kind of doubt it was only my salvo that hit him.
Starboard all.
Liverpool is shooting me. That's a Liverpool, let's say Belfast or Southampton. And there goes most of his structural integrity. But to be honest, mine is not doing too much better. Fire is near a secondary gun, I can let it burn for a little bit. Just need to get these repairs done, but the repairs are just going to get longer and longer. Let's wait for the FP to finish before I fire again. And hopefully finish off that cruiser. What is setting me on fire constantly? Cruiser has been finished. It is somebody over there. It's a Barham. There's a sights on me. I think that'll be the end of my Barham. Let's see if we can maybe hurt that battleship that hasn't been hurt yet. Kill stolen by a Correggieri of all things. Which, for a destroyer, not contesting the caps on this map is very strange. Torpedoes are heading my way, I believe. I completely whiffed my shot against the German dreadnought. By the looks of things. A 15-inch sap shell did no damage to the Armada except for fuel tanks. That's shocking. And that goes my ship. Where is it Tashkent I'm come to? And there we go, by flooding. HMS Barham took us out. I expected as much. Is it that Barham that took me out? Just continue on with Barham, really. Don't have much point in taking out my other ships. No fresh, there's some fresh cruiser spawns ahead. And Renown will be the primary target, because Renowns also blow up really easily. So we measured the length of the Renown. It is, because I can actually just do it this way instead of having to try and find a middle. The torpedo doesn't hit. God. Length is 1, 2, 3, 4 and a bit. He is now actually changing course. So... Well, how far is it from that to turret? Around about 1.5. So let's do 1.5 ahead. And see what happens. Way behind. Okay, let's measure again. Should be 1.5. I think he's increased speed quite a bit. Yeah, it's 1.5 roughly. I should actually be aiming a bit further behind. That salvo of secondaries looks decent. So full 15-inch salvo, and let's see what happens. Looking good. Bit high, but that is definitely a decent lead. Yep, change to 2. Let's change a bit to 2 and a bit, like almost 2. Looking decent. Is it low enough? It was. It actually splashed the magazine, but didn't detonate it. Let's see what that salvo does. Looking good again. Just not quite having the punch to reach it, but luckily the Fusa behind me did. And of course it gets set on fire as I'm repairing. Fire does seem to be critical, or is it just... Yeah, no, we need to get this fire under control. It's one near my turrets, and it was actually near my ammo. Lovely.
All hands, abandon ship.
Tried to get it under control as quickly as possible and still didn't have enough time. Let's go with TF.
All hands, abandon
Want those guns working as anti-air. Because I do want them working as anti-air, I'll switch off the primary and secondaries together. And who will be my target now? One of the Barhams. There's only Barhams left. That's a Queen Mary. Yeah, that's Queen Mary.
Battleship. Bearing 100. 9,000 meters. Target identified.
I'm tempted to shoot it at that Barham right there.
80. 9,000 meters. Starboard your helm. Aye, steer starboard.
Just waiting for the rear turrets.
Action station. Enemy spotted. Collision alert.
That looks like decent dispersion as well. Let's see if it just punches clean through the nose. Bit low.
Shells on top. Hold your helm.
Torpedo on the bow, misses. It's a very awkward torpedo launch angle. Because we're sailing into them rather than meeting them.
And victory will be ours.
Correct hit.
Probably not going to do a lot of damage with sap on an angle like that. Yeah, angled pen isn't great. Barham is as good as dead, or whatever I was looked onto. Actually, that's the Bayern, isn't it? Not the Barham. Yeah, that is Baden. Same thing.
Battleship.
And game over. least did get parts for Barham. So we'll get FP, and then I'll probably want to prioritize rangefinder. I'll have to see from further matches what else. Yep, hold on, I was going to invite. If I ever remember how to actually spell your name, but I don't think you're even on my friends list for some reason. But you are for sure in my squadron. There you are. And how's our progress on the star? Going along swiftly. Because by completing all 9 stars, you do get 4 free modifications for Barham as well. Which would be quite neat, because it doesn't actually have that many modifications. 4, 8, 13, 16. If I counted it correctly? Yeah. So you can get a quarter of your modifications by just doing all 9 stars. Is my reload rate? Yeah, my reload rate is maximum. Very nice. Leadership can still go up there. Ooh, yeah, if you can get 2 of those rank 4 mods for free, that would be very nice, RP-wise. Was I doing 38 kph? I could have sworn I did 48. So that's it's 1.2, so that's 39 point something. 41. 44. Top speed, I guess. Must have read something or remembered something wrong. But oh well. To be honest, I haven't had the chance to really get into all the new stuff this update yet. I'm saving the French coastals for future streams, so I'm kind of missed out on that. And I just haven't gotten any of the other new boats. I still need to get Mogador, which I really want to get, but I just haven't had the time to get it yet. This is going to be an awkward map for battleships. But oh well. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I still need to get my own hands on it.
Prepare the ship for battle.
This is the direction you spawn in? Yuck.
Starboard your helm.
What do we have? Cargo ships in plain sight. Barham, Brooklyn, Des Moines. Another Barham, but who would have guessed? Brooklyn, though.
Enemy spotted. Target identified.
Screaming easy target. Also, I need to manually control secondaries again. It seems I was not the only one of the idea that the Brooklyn would have been an easy target. I don't like being the first in line. Well, it might mean I'll be the first in cover. If I actually keep my engines. Mississippi is a bit dangerous. Really dangerous, actually. Okay, there's no real point in shooting at that Brooklyn anymore. It's gonna sink. Des Moines could be funny. Want to get the rear guns in on action to just get maximum firepower. Is that too much of a lead? A bit too much. Bit too much. Bit high as well. And he's dropping his speed to try and juke my shots. And he got detonated by Tennessee. I blew up something. Very low on crew as well at the time being, but I cannot repair or else I just immediately die. I should probably be shooting at AIs at this point, trying to get some damage done. Seems my fire control room has been knocked out as well. I can't get a lead. But okay. Should be able to still hit stuff. What is that? Looks like a Kaiser, but it also doesn't. It's 5 turrets. The turret layout is completely Kaiser. For some reason, I think these masts weren't loading in for some reason. And that was what threw me off. Though I'm not sure if I was seeing things or just not seeing things. Going to repair until that Kaiser is dead. Hitting high, but still doing enough damage. Sweeping some of the crew off of its upper deck. I think I'm actually safe to repair now. Gonna be a repair under reload penalty, but that's fine. There's only one real threat in front of me at the moment. These secondary guns really do not seem to be surviving for very long, do they? Seem to be constantly losing them. If that was an AP salvo, I think I would have detonated him. Of how close to the waterline that salvo landed. So a La Combattante sank a Sumner. The question is, what kind of La Combattante? Would it have been the funny missile coastal vessel? Nope, there it is. It is just a normal hunt class. Stole my secondaries again on that side. Did they check if they actually have proper armor modeled?
Attack enemy troops.
Going to shoot his front rather than his rear. I think the Kaiser's done for. Yeah, he's sinking rapidly, and those fires will no longer be. Will he float to death, or will he detonate by magazine fire? Which will happen first? Actually, I want to look. I think it was magazine fire.
Somebody attack him.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Oh, hello there, Alaska.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Being the healthiest at the moment. I should actually be shooting for the rear turret now, because that's where his uninjured crew modules are. So if I miss the magazine, I should still be hitting crew compartments. There we go. Not the most amount of damage, but still some damage. The Mississippi behind him is a bit of a bigger problem. I don't think, do I have any battleships with me? I do have to go forward. Too far ahead. But it might be enough crew damage. Not quite, I think. Getting hit by flak from something. I think is it the... It is the Mississippi's flak guns just opening up on me. That's the Alaska sinking. Okay. You know what? I don't think I'll survive long against the Mississippi. My turrets are no longer able to rotate because Tennessee behind me. Fun stuff. Please rotate. I want to hurt Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh has been hurt. I'll try and just hurt Pittsburgh even more. Really, I should be shooting at the Mississippi. But never mind. Didn't reload in time anyways.
All hands, abandon ship.
Stock sap is very great though for ships like this.
Action station.
But I do really want to get that extra oomph of a AP shell
Battleship.
to deal with actual Citadel armor.
Target identified. Destroyer. Bearing 340. 14,000 meters. Port all. Down portal 9.
Barham does seem very well protected against detonations at least. But it does seem to bleed crew pretty quickly.
Your help.
So what I might actually have to do after this match is check that new little
Target identified.
fancy crew placement thing in the X-ray view. Or the protection analysis rather.
Target identified. Light cruiser. Bearing 340. 9,000 meters. Battleship. Bearing 340. 8,000 meters. Heavy cruiser. Ahead. 7,000 meters. Enemy hit. We are down.
Tennessee is also one of those battleships I need to get my hands on. Absolutely gorgeous looking boat.
Target identified.
Oh, that's a stationary convoy vessel. It is, yeah. So I'm going to play the objective and shoot at the convoy.
Starboard! 7,000 meters!
Engines, all stop. Direct hit.
Waves are messing with my aim a little bit. Should still be fine. And I'll get a move on again. I think the enemy battleships have noticed me.
Battleship. Bearing 360. 9,000 meters.
Arizona is shooting something else, but I think the Barham is shooting me, isn't he?
Bearing 360. 9,000 meters.
Commencing attack.
Direct hit. Target identified. Light cruiser. Bearing 360. 12,000 meters. Target identified. Battleship. Bearing 360. 9,000 meters. Collision alert. We are damaged.
Commencing
Good
attack.
chunk of crew damage.
On target.
Still plenty of unsaturated modules to shoot as well. Let's just keep this up.
Ahead! 7,000 meters!
Direct hit.
Not less damage. I'm going to shoot his rear more than his actual engine compartment.
We are damaged.
But oh well. We are winning. There's still 10 minutes left though. Still could be turned around. But we do currently have the upper hand.
Starboard your helm.
Steer starboard!
Those turrets in Arizona seem to be looking at me, and I detonated the Barham. Interesting. From that angle.
Target identified.
Very interesting.
Battleship. Bearing 360. 8,000 meters.
I highly doubt I'll be able to penetrate that thing at this range. But it's worth a shot. Turrets are roughly one away. Let's see what that does.
We are damaged. Shots on top.
Let's try that again. And keep moving. I see a spay and I see a hood. Okay, is it a hood? There's a hood, okay.
Target identified. Battle cruiser. 8,000 meters. Direct hit. We are damaged.
The main guns didn't fire.
Enemy hit. Starboard, full.
Hard starboard!
And my 15-inch guns just sailed clean over that spay. All it hit, all it made, yeah, all it destroyed was the float plane on it.
Identified.
Badly.
Cruiser. Bearing 360. 6,000 meters.
have that many heavy hitters on our team left to deal with this flanking hood. Oh, flanking. More like he's actually just pushing that side. VTB-8 managed to get all the way over there. And not torpedo anything. Actually, what is a VTB-8? Isn't that one of the reserve ones? Strange. Although that was also the guy we saw on the... was it the same guy as we saw on the hunt? Yeah, it was. Strange. Oh, hello, AI cruiser. You'll probably get torn to shreds by the Cleveland, so I'll just ignore you. And not waste my salvo. See if we can secure that kill with the secondaries. Nope, we can't. This thing with squad mate just got detonated in spawn by the Arizona. Yeah, that hostile American battleship player really knows what he's doing with those 14-inch guns. Don't like seeing non-pens. Okay, let's not question where the guns of the Tennessee are looking.
Engine, all stop. Light cruiser, starboard, 5,000 meters. Enemy vessel sunk. Enemy listening and losing speed.
Oh, I just had a bit of a cough going over me. But yeah, that does indeed rip hood. I'm not entirely sure where I managed to hit him, to detonate him, but I am not complaining.
Target identified. Destroyer. There. 360. 11,000 meters. Battleship. Starboard. 7,000 meters.
Can we secure it before it gets secured by somebody else? No. We did do some damage, I guess.
Starboard your helm. Aye, steer starboard.
Take him down! Somebody attack him!
Tennessee having his gunners on all targets is not the best idea at the moment. Because half his anti-aircraft gunners are shooting at an AI PR-206, which forms no threat whatsoever. And they really should be shooting at the plane. Although it is just burning.
Engines, all stop.
Something just hurt the Tennessee. Quite badly. The rear of that Arizona is undamaged, so let's shoot that. Try and shoot that. 3 minutes left. We still have quite a big lead in terms of tickets. So we should be fine. I think the Tennessee is losing turrets. And there goes the Arizona.
Engines, flank speed.
There's indeed a French destroyer out and about.
Helm, hard apart.
That guy, in a 7-0 match, spawned a 4.0 destroyer, a 3.7 destroyer, and a reserve coastal. Actually, is that even a 3.7 destroyer? Isn't that the reserve? What is this man doing? And this isn't WoW, a smoke like that is not going to save you.
Direct. Enemy ship on fire. Target identified. Light cruiser. There. 20. 10,000 meters. Starboard, full. Hard starboard, aye.
Somebody attack him! Somebody attack him!
Engines, all stop.
Let's hope the Tennessee's guns will rip that aircraft apart. In the meantime, I will shoot at his Emden. He's just flying over. I don't even see... Is there any ordnance on his wings? Doesn't seem like it. Uh-oh. No damage. Perfect. Well, no damage other than taking out all my secondaries on that side of the ship.
Repair parties begin damage control.
Take him down!
Direct hit.
Why that Emden is still afloat is kind of surprising me. Doesn't matter.
Course for place.
Game's over. And a third of a way to getting the free modifications. I could also just play my Japanese lineup and grind Amagi to get the modifications. But nah, let's actually just experience Barham. He is ready, so we go off again. And I'm not sure if I actually want to go for the AP shells first rather than the improved rangefinder. But I think I really want to get that rangefinder first. It's not that much more expensive either. Not yeah, if you don't have stock sap, you do have to get AP always. But when you're playing battleships that have stock sap, you do have a bit of an option to delay getting AP a bit. Especially on 15-inch guns, the stock sap will actually do decent work against the battleships. Oh really? And now we wait on the queue again. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, it does kind of irk me that, you know, Britain has one Tech 370 rather, and 2 Event 70s. Really, really irks me. Because now if you want a full 7.0 lineup without using backups, well, you better have played 2 events. And I do actually quite like the lineup it gives you. Barham is a good, solid mid, like just average battleship. Hood is a bit more special, a bit more mobile, but huge. And then you have the Renown as your anti-airship. Even though it's quite fragile. I mean, yeah. Britain does have quite a fair few battleships. But still, your top tier lineup shouldn't exist of 2 event vehicles. It really should, but it doesn't. Are we on the bad side of Norway? Oh, I don't like being on the north side. The south side of Norway has a really fun time just going in here. Because then you can kind of contest B and C and be in cover whilst trying to suppress enemy battleships. But if you spawn in north, your only option is just open ocean. Like you can go up north and try and like hug the coast, but then you're limiting your own firepower. And if you go here, it's just open water gunboating. There's going to be a lot of Barhams about now.
Action stations, man your posts.
And I spawned in the front. Hopefully... It does seem like only one Barham spawn. Hold on. This is normal Coiny, okay. 2 hostile Barhams.
Target identified. Destroyer. Bearing 180. 10,000 meters.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of these, like, just wait on spawn. Bit lame. Doesn't really help too much.
9,000 meters. Target identified. Battleship. Bearing 180. 9,000 meters.
Luckily, the 2 Barhams that spawned over here are just not even aiming at us. I think that guy just switched his aim there.
Shells on target.
Hostile Arizona spawned in the back. Is it somebody we know? Not necessarily. Spokony got sunk immediately, but that's not really a surprise.
Shells on target.
You can splash the magazine even with those kind of shots. Okay. I also completely forgot to look at the crew layout on this ship. That's why I say I really need to have like post-its or something around here that I can just write it down on. Just stick to the bottom of my monitor. But it seems like the crew on Barham sits fairly tall in the ship. Like the full World War II Warspite, very nice looking. But that's about it. I'd love to see it, but I think I'd actually be more of a fan of the Queen Elizabeth itself. rather than Warspite. Because I think Warspite has the 4-inch guns as anti-air guns, right? Whilst I think the modernized Queen Elizabeth has the 4.5-inch guns, like the same as Renown. And I'm a much bigger fan of this 4.5-inch gun AA mounts rather than the 4-inch guns. Of course, Warspite is very famous and it would still be very nice to have. But I think I'd prefer getting the normal Queen Elizabeth. Let's splash the magazine. Interesting. Arizona got blown up by Barham. I assume a Barham that has AP. And there goes the Barham. Rear magazine is a vulnerability on the Barham. Good to know, especially when slightly angled in. It seems you can splash it. Something along those lines. Like meta-wise, like personal armament preference-wise, I'd like to have a Queen Elizabeth. But Warspite would be is much cooler than Queen Elizabeth in terms of fame and name. So let's see, can we do a rear magazine detonation in one salvo? Ah, that might be it. Okay, enemy Barham just detonated the friendly Barham. Enemy Barham got detonated by a friendly Barham. I'm being shot at by the Mutsu. But I think it's a temporary problem. So his turrets didn't seem to be looking at my... There's a lot of Japanese battleships over there, okay. That's a bit of a problem.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing 140, 10,000 meters.
Target identified.
Lots of Barhams getting detonated. I get the feeling people have caught on to where to shoot Barhams. Rear magazine is 1.8, something like that behind. So like there. Let's see what happens. Don't like seeing those Japanese battleships open up, and I think that one is aiming at me now. Although it seems to be getting over, maybe towards... Nope, there's nobody else here. Uso is targeting me. That's a problem.
Target identified. Battleship.
Destroyer! Starboard! 6,000 meters!
Yeah, two bar in front. Ooh, actually that's a good hit. It did a lot more damage than I thought it would. Did it detonate both his front magazines? Yeah. To be honest, I've not really been grinding the new ships too much. I've just been playing whatever I felt like. I played a bit of Japan. I spaded Haguro, which was not as fun as I thought it would be. But I did spade Haguro.
If we don't do something fast,
But I've been playing a lot of other stuff I just like playing. Mostly Japan though.
Control to firefighting crew. Control.
Just that I haven't really had much time though to do real grinding. Been doing my naval event stars and that's just it for the past 2 weeks. Seems my power control has been taken out. So let's do some repairs.
Battleship! Ahead! 8,000 meters!
Tfuso is no longer liking my attention.
Shows on target!
Shouldn't have fired first then. Squadmate's Lorraine got sunk, but that's kind of on him for even taking the Lorraine in the first place. Immediate penalty, but it's fine. Yeah, the choice of not playing France. That's bad, that's perma-flooding in the bow. And I'm just not doing damage in return because I do not have AP. Well, I did do some... I'm not even entirely sure if that was my salvo that did the detonation from 2 turrets. So I'm not sure what range that Fuso is at the moment. There he is. Honestly critical, but I can't repair it because it's permanently on the bow. Friendly Sean captured A, good. That means I don't have to think about it too much anymore. Perma-flooding on the front magazine means that my front turret has a slower reload. Much slower reload. Imagine having the good side of this map where you can get to B and C, and then sitting in spawn. How very sad.
Attack the enemy.
Wait, did he turn around? Did. Okay, I thought he was still facing the other way. If only I had some kind of indication that told me that he turned around. Clearly not just ignoring that thing in the top left. Let's not look confused, there it is. But this match is gonna be very much over very soon. You can tell us to attack the B point, but if none of us are actually capable of getting there, there's not much point. Let's wait for a full salvo. That's a pretty nifty camo on that Barham.
Repair parties begin damage control. Enemy listing and losing speed.
Yeah, or one ship that probably had a really good chance of actually making it to B in time. Just full on broadside sailing to enemy spawn. Because Scharnhorst immortal, clearly.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard.
Direct hit.
Just not doing a lot of damage with these salvos against Congo classes.
Shells on target.
Is that the Mutsu popping out? I think the Fuse is right behind him there as well.
Ahead! 7,000 meters!
262 diving in. Who knows what reason? Mitsu is flooding, but will it sink before the match ends, is the question. Yes, it will, and will be my kill. And there we go, game over.
Retreat to base.
The tester star for French coastal, which I do not need. Now, what I was going to do is look at, I think it's an armor, isn't it? Let's go broadside on, like we should do. Zoom out. Flat net. Yeah, there's the problem. There's your problem. So a little bit of crew there. That's actually, that's not even behind the main citadel, is it? That's behind the extended belt. Then barbets and turrets, bridge, that's all logical. I think that's a bridge as well, isn't it? Yeah, that's the bridge. Okay, this didn't let me look at the colors again. Shell just still traveling towards the water. There we go. So that's very high up, isn't it? And what's the armor there? Ooh, yeah, that's not behind the main citadel. That's behind the. It's not quite the upper belt, but it's not behind the main belt, is it? Now, what's that? How thick is that? 9 inch? Yeah, that's a 9-inch belt, isn't it? Yeah. And there's a bit here as well behind this 6-inch belt. Actually, how deep are those compartments? Okay, they are quite deep. The draft isn't shallow. It's might be. But I'm not entirely sure. All of the ships look like that. This one in the front is a bit surprising. There's crew compartment there. And of course engines and stuff. But this one is a bit of a surprise. This one all the way up there. That's a high... Like even if you were to correct, quote unquote, correct the draft, it's... yeah, that's pretty high. Do we have like a visual indicator where we can tell how high it is in game? Well, here we did kind of, so it's like halfway in between these two decks is the top of the crew compartment. So let's take it into battle and see how low we sit in the water. Might be a good idea. I should probably activate these boosters, not like I'm going to use them in anything else. Although it is a bit stupid, because I don't have any vehicles to research of Barham, but oh well. Who cares? Conquest Jungle. Ugh. So, I always, for a while I've been thinking, okay, where do I want to spawn these maps? And when you have a battleship with little AA, the choice is fairly simple. Spawn as far away from the enemy air spawn as possible. And I think that is the, like, default spawn as well.
Man your posts. Engines, flank speed.
But I'm not quite sure. A Tone, okay. Kaiser, not a Kaiser, a Bayern, or Baden.
Target identified. Battleship.
Barham. A Bayern and a Barham are going to be very annoying to keep apart, and that's a... oh boy.
Battleship.
Oh boy. I can't tell them apart from those X-rays. Or those paper models, whatever you want to call them. The Barham doesn't seem to be looking at me. The Baden definitely is. I think the Mississippi has a different target too.
Target identified. Battleship.
12,000 meters. Target on fire.
If that was AP, it might have been quite a bit better. And there goes an immediate below waterline shot into my engines. Also, yeah, the ship does sit lower in the water in game than it does in the hangar. This is not that bad, but it's still... The crew compartments are not behind a thick layer of armor.
Control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments. Damage control to repair parties. Restore watertight integrity.
We are damaged. Enemy list. I'm losing speed.
First time I've actually lost a turret in this thing. But I'm definitely going to get sunk real quick. Of course, having some backup from American battleships is very nice. Also seems that Barham got sunk. We can have some help against that. The Nevada's taking out my front turrets one by one. Lovely.
Identified. Battleship.
I so want to bully the Vega, because there's no right being here. So I think I'm going to bully the Vega. It's not nearly enough lead, is it? It'll actually still hit the rear. If it hits.
Repair parties begin damage control.
Here. We are damaged.
Sorry.
Direct hit.
There is genuinely no point in taking a Vega at this battle rating. Because it's not like Vega has torpedoes either. Also, I see an Atlanta spawn and I'm really tempted. And seeing as it's shooting me, it'll be our next target. Why did I straddle the Vega, really? Darn it.
Attacking.
Target identified.
Enemy 80. 9,000 meters. All hands.
The German battleship spawned back in again and it's not happy with me. By the looks of things.
Shells on top.
There we go, some big hits against the Atlanta. Also a really strange pick for the battle rating, the Atlanta. Well, sure, you have HE spamming, but why not just take a Brooklyn?
Damage control
fired nowhere near the magazine, that's good.
Direct hit.
And we are going to pummel this Atlanta. Even if it is the last thing I do.
Victory will be ours.
Can't quite get the range to Atlanta.
Enemy hit.
There we go. Because smoke actually prevents that little aiming circle trick. So you can't get the exact range when you're trying to hit something through smoke. That way. Come on, Atlanta, just flood out. There we go. Ah, little Delta. And there goes the Vega.
Enemy listing and losing speed.
Ah, now a Scharnhorst.
We are critically damaged. Direct
And the Mississippi.
Target identified. Battleship.
And there goes my crew.
vessel is adrift. Bring them home to the waterline.
I didn't. No, no, no. I'm just gonna do that another time. But I am planning to do it just on stream still. It's just, I think if I were to do like French coastal for a month straight, it'll be a bit much.
All hands, abandon ship.
And with the Barham event pretty much over, it's like I only got my Barham yesterday, so it's a good opportunity to take it out for a spin.
Keep it up, and victory will be ours.
But the next stream will be French coastals again. At least that's the plan. Not quite sure which one to engage here, because they're both pretty well armored.
Target identified.
Torpedoes, yeah, there was a tonne about, so I'm not surprised to see torpedoes.
12,000 meters.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing 100.
Let's see if I can see some trails in front of me. Not immediately. Yeah, no real good targets to shoot at with just a sap. So rear turret is roughly 1 away from center. Let's try a shot around there-ish. Friendly HMS Barham, of course, is skirting around the objective rather than just sailing into the cap and then making a wide turn.
Enemy hit.
Good hits. Just not enough pen at this range, I think. Yeah, not quite. The side armor, the main armored belt of these American standards is 343 millimeters. So at 10 kilometers, and my shells are coming in at a bit of an angle, I don't think I quite have the pen to deal with that. But something clearly did. Torpedoed the Arizona.
Hold your helm. Shells on top. Target identified.
Decent hits.
Battleship.
If that Mississippi doesn't get those fires under control, it might actually detonate.
10,000 meters.
I think it did. Yeah, there it goes. But its fires under control.
Shells on top.
Another fire.
Enemy. Listing and losing speed.
He's flooding quite severely. There's a fire going on. He can't really repair his flooding too quickly either, can he? It does seem like he's... Oh, that's a magazine detonation or a showroom detonation. Mississippi is in quite some pain. So we keep up the pressure and hope we can sink him. Slow the ship down a little bit. Scharnhorst is not looking at me. No, actually, the Barton doesn't seem to be shooting at me either, so I can take my time with the Mississippi.
Keep it up and victory will be ours.
Just slowing the ship down a little bit because I don't want to get too close to the enemy ships. At least not too quickly, especially with that Scharnhorst over there. Mississippi seems to be righting himself from a list. And deflooding.
Shells on top.
Oh, I went over, okay. That's really why I want to get the improved rangefinders. To prevent silly little mistakes like that.
Enemy listing and losing speed.
Not, and that is kind of the goal. Let the Mississippi not deflood at all. Ooh, something splashed some shells, I think.
Shells on target.
Just laying into this Mississippi, but they're not sinking him. He's taking quite a lot of our firepower. Whilst the enemy battleships can continue unmolested. That is always disgusting to see. One that quits in the event ships.
Enemy
Just
listing
why?
and losing speed.
Okay, I can understand getting an event ship and not having other 7.0s, but you surely do have backups.
Enemy.
Surely.
Direct hit.
Come on, just put that Mississippi down. I think, is it his last spawn as well? It is. And he has... Oh, no, he's not having a great time. Yeah, they do actually, now that you mention it. They do come with backups. I still have 70... They come with 20 backups and they still don't use them. Disappointing.
Bearing 80. 7,000 meters. Direct
An Arado 234 got shot down by an AISKR. Extremely based.
Target identified. Battleship.
bearing.
Should I check? Should I stat shame them live on stream?
Starboard all.
You know what? I will.
Helmet ships high.
So we just look for Barham. Nope. They most certainly have not burned through all of their backups yet. At least that person hasn't. As this. No. Also no. But he's getting... No. Oh, he has just 11 battles. 10 battles, 11 death. 11 spawns. So he's used one backup. But he has died in every single battle he played in it. Yep. There goes Nevada. And there goes a Japanese battleship that wants me dead. Yamashiro nonetheless.
Commencing attack.
That's a good hit. Fire near the magazine. Hopefully it'll lead to detonation. Did I lose my shell room? I did lose my fire director rather, not my shell room. Let's see if we can get it back.
Damage control to station. Starboard your helm.
Attacker! Starboard! 10,000 meters!
And there goes the Yamashiro.
Enemy hit!
Target
Ah, those are 16-inch guns heading my way. Or shells rather. They're a bit far ahead. Okay, fire. Where's that? Fire's near the turret. Please, for the love of God, put it out. Okay, there goes one of my turrets because of fire damage. That's not good. Please put it out before I detonate. Please. There we go. No flooding repair needed. Let's just do normal repairs, and we need to roll to a halt. Start reversing. Oh. Oh boy. That you don't see very often. Just a completely blown out turret. Hold on. Look at that. I can see the ocean in the bottom of my ship there for a second and I didn't like it. Fire again.
Attack the enemy.
I can see water in there. Oh well. Yeah, it's kind of... Didn't see many battleship turrets just open up like that. There's damaged models. There goes my second turret. There's a battleship in front of me shooting at me. Not sure what, but there is one.
Keep the pressure on.
Okay, that second turret is also pretty damaged, isn't it? It's been taken out. There's just a hole blown out the back of it. Okay, so what is at Renown shooting my turrets, is it? No, he's facing the other way. The Alaska.
Battle cruiser.
Bearing 120! 10,000 meters!
Destroy the target.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing 120!
Got some flooding going on, but it isn't urgent by the looks of it.
Begin damage control.
Let's get his turrets back first,
Helm, hard to starboard.
and maybe deal with the Alaska.
All hands! We have been critically damaged. All hands! Engine is critically damaged. Vessel disabled.
Guns are operational again. But I'd rather prepare these elevators as well.
Damage control to repair party. Compound
Let's see what will happen to the flooding.
Compartment detected!
Actually, just
control to repair
stop
party.
that.
Restore
Do the
water
pumping out later.
integrity.
Or, okay, there we go. low by quite a bit. Alrighty, see you another time, Delta. And thank you.
And victory will be ours.
Actually slow down and just make sure the Nevada always has a clear shot.
Hold your helm.
Decent-ish salvo, and that's less pleasant. How do I sink the Alaska? Okay, it's be just a one-notch lead to get the magazines. Is he slowing down? No, he isn't. Let's see what happens with that salvo, but I think the game's going to be over anyways. And it's an okay match. Pretty average. Not quite good enough, too high, too far behind.
Battle cruiser.
That salvo should hit before the game ends, but I think it's going to be too high. Never mind, it was a detonation.
Starboard your helm.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had a booster running, didn't I? That's a decent match for a booster and a victory to boot. Top of the team, somehow. At the last little kill. Got FB, let's go for improved rangefinder. Yeah, not half bad at all. But yeah, I think for tonight, as usual, we're just gonna play until we get the mark, and then we'll see. And off we go. Yeah, playing France is just not great, is it? And I don't even have the dreadnoughts yet, the French battleships. And I'm not looking forward to getting them either. I do hope we've got 2 more updates to come before the end of the year. And I really hope we'll get some,
All hands to
like
battle
the
station.
Dunkirk at least, please. Because otherwise it's going to be another wait until March. For any hope. Lots and lots of Barhams, but that's to be expected. Yeah. But I think, like, Dunkirk would really be a good ship to try and get for France. Even if Dunkirk wouldn't be, like, perfect or wouldn't be good, it's just so much cooler, at least. Did no enemy battleships spawn over here
Destroyer.
at all? Oh boy.
280. 15,000 meters.
With the Barbat bug, quote unquote, no. I wouldn't call it as OP as it is. You do still need to like shoot it kind of. It turned a very, very tanky ship into a standard battlecruiser. It's still tanky, but if you know where to shoot it and you can hit it where you want to hit it, you'll sink it pretty quickly. It is not as OP as it used to be. And with its tankiness, its main attribute now diminished, it's just meh. It's still a good ship. It's still like Scharnhorst is still a good ship. It is just not overpowered. But who knows for how long that ease of sinking will last for Scharnhorst. There's just no targets near us. Am I really going to do a 13.5 kilometer shot on a Krim? One death quit Barham, somebody who just didn't even bother loading in. Good stuff. Come on, what range are you?
The army is getting closer to victory.
There you are. A little short. I'm flooding from something apparently. So let's check the range again. There's the actual range. Pretty much broadside in, but he's closing in ever so slightly. Is there another salvo on the way? He's actually flooding quite severely from my opening salvo. Hasn't lost too much speed yet though. That's high. The second I get into the cap, I'll just slow down a bit. Yeah, crunch shot isn't that great either anymore. It just, you know. It's a battle cruiser. It's an Alaska but Russian. So it just blows up. Of course, straddle. To be honest, battleship gameplay or the battleship battle ratings are just not my thing, really. I can deal with playing with them, but they're not my favorite to play. I'll still pick late destroyers, early cruisers any time of the day, whatever it is. Ouch, there goes one of my rear guns and another hole puncture. Which one is even shooting? Okay, that is shooting me. I think it's another Barham. 12 kilometers away. Okay, that's a dangerous fire. That's a very dangerous fire. Put it out, put it out, put it out, please. Didn't even know which magazine it is that's on fire. But it's out. I've got 2 battleships shooting at me, 2 Barhams. Lovely. And I think even more than that, to be honest. And there I go. This isn't going to be too much fun, I think. Because our team spawned down here and all of their teams spawned up there, so just whoever can do long range shooting more. And has luckier plunging fire. There's an enemy crunch shot, and for some reason, whenever I go into the gunner side, it always makes me point forward. It's starting to get on my nerves, and that's a crunch that's sailing away. Lovely. We're now at combat range. If only can actually turn my turrets in time.
9,000 meters.
Scharnhorst shooting me, I think, with secondaries. Yeah, I'm already fairly certain that this is not going to be a good match. As pessimistic as it may be, but I don't think we're going to win this one. Too much lead. Much too much lead, and he's turning in. I think my 15-inch shells are going to be too high, aren't they? Actually. Ooh, almost, almost. Didn't quite have the pen, I think. Yeah, now I'm getting pelted by the Scharnhorst. Nothing else. No, I'm getting shot by another Barham as well. I think the crunch that has its attention on me is too. If I weren't streaming, I'd be leaving after this death. Because there is no way we're winning this match. And there's no way I'm going to have a fun match either. It is. It doesn't help when you're just down 3 players immediately. There we go, not enough crew. At least my suffering will be brief. It's not really based on teamwork, it's just based on having the same amount of guns as the enemy team has. But yeah, this is not going to be great. It's just what is our... all 15-inch guns and a 13.5-inch gun and then a PK. Yeah, we're toast. We just do not have the damage output to keep up with them.
All hands, abandon ship.
Battle cruiser! Ahead! 10,000 meters!
Just don't like... Cause standard 15-inch reload, so 32 seconds with a max level reload crew and expert. Standard battleship reload. A little bit longer than standard, I guess. Although, no, it is just standard battleship reload.
We've got to counterattack.
You only get 30 seconds with ace crew anyways. That's the AI carriers. The enemy team also seems to just be much better at long-range shooting, which is not great for us. Because if there's anything I suck with, it's long-range shooting. I mean, 8 kilometers even is fine, just anything beyond like 12 is just too much. Come on, there's your range.
Starboard all.
Hard starboard, high.
I pretty much never play EC. I think it's a flawed game mode principally. I don't like it. It's way too easy to cheese. It's just not fun. To me, it isn't fun. Like, I will say, EC can be a pretty fun game mode if you just want to like chat with a couple of friends for 2 hours straight and play naval. It's a bit less frustrating than normal matches, I think, in terms of well, if you already have a top tier lineup, if you know how to work EC and if you know how to cheese it, You just sit in a chat room with like a couple of friends, chat for a couple of hours, mindlessly kill cruisers and destroyers in Alaska for 2 hours straight. But I don't think it's a good game mode. I'm not a fan of the spawn point system and how it determines, oh boy, you can now play a higher BR ship than everybody else. Not the greatest fan. It's just, yeah. There's many things I want to... Like, the, if I remember it correctly, because again, I haven't played DC in a while, but you have, like, some major objectives, right? You have carriers to sink, you've got convoys to sink or protect, and you've got ports to capture. The aircraft carrier is always alone and doesn't launch any aircraft, so just it's just an aircraft carrier to sink purely for it being a carrier. There's no like threat bound to it. Like even if it didn't properly launch aircraft, let it just spawn groups of AI aircraft, make it a threat you have to go after. Would make it much more interesting. Then you have the AI convoys, which for some reason are modern ships, and it just really takes me out of it. Other than that, also those convoy ships are really tanky. They're just annoying to deal with. And then you have the port capture. And the port capture is annoying because the defenders can spawn infinitely with no respawn cooldown. So there are torpedo nets, but if you, as an attacker, are inside those torpedo nets, they can just spawn a destroyer and infinitely torpedo you over and over and over again. And you have to first destroy all of the coastal pillboxes, some of which you can't properly see from most angles. It's just annoying.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Also, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, you don't even have to rework EC too much. What I would do, like the biggest change I'd make to it, is the way the spawn system works entirely. I am just not a fan of spawn points. It just makes one team snowball out of control in comparison to another. You can, but I haven't had much success with it yet. But you can indeed do that. Like, the last time I played EC a couple of months ago, I spawned in a Frank Knox once, killed 4 ships in 5 minutes, and then spawned in Alaska for the rest of the game. And because I spawned in Alaska within the first 5 minutes of the match, chaos. I need to find that that screen. I did take a screenshot of the end results of that battle, I believe. I need to find it again, but I think I did something like 40,000 damage. Or was it 60,000? I don't remember. It was either 40 kills and 60,000 damage, or it was 40,000 damage and some other amount of kills. And it's just, you know, it doesn't really engage me in any ways. It's just a game mode where you can cheese it. And that's it. You turn hard left because the Scharnhorst launched torpedoes at me. Yeah, this match is just over. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Because all you have to do is just take a 4-7 or 5-0 that's semi-decent, spam it until you can spawn your highest BR ship, and then just play that highest BR ship over and over again. It is literally just a game mode for people who want to play battleships but not face other battleships. Just, I don't know. I say, like, it does have a bit of potential, because I do... The scale of VC I'm actually kind of a fan of. It allows you to think a little bit, and especially if you're playing in a squad, very nice. It's nice to work in an actual squadron of ships for EC, because you have the space to organize that as well in EC. You have the space to form up in a group and then move as a group, which you don't really have in RB. Again, as I stated before, I'm not the biggest fan of long-range duels, mainly because my long-range shooting is just bad. I will fully admit it's just a skill issue on my end when it comes to long-range shooting. I'm just gonna jihad because I can't be arsed. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of EC. They definitely not have the spawn points for a plane either. Oh jeez, I did really badly, didn't I? Yeah, that's just terrible. Oh well. It's spectator squad mate. I want you to be fully aware that taking RP3s to 7.0 is arguably the worst loadout option for the attacker. Also, full dive, I think, with full engine power. There go all misses and straight into the rink. No, oh, you didn't rip your flaps. That's impressive. It's like, why take the rockets? You've got two 1000. I've killed battleships with the attacker. You can do it. Excellent placement of that boat decorator, by the way, Deutschland. But let's see what's going on in the Rhine. Hood is sailing away from the objective, but I don't blame him at this point. Colossus is just painful, that's an AI. Marlborough is just not doing too well. Oh, it's one of my squadron members actually. Didn't even notice. Actually doing our squadron. I'm just didn't do well this match. But yeah, I basically never play EC. I don't see the point in playing it. The other thing about EC as well is, okay, you played for like a 2 or 3 hour session, which is quite long for me, and you don't even really get that much RP out of it. You get a decent chunk. I'm going to return to hangar because my internet connection is seemingly not liking me spectating. I think we're good now. But yeah, I'll wait for Deutschland to carry this match, and in the meantime I'll just keep an eye on my connection. Because it just completely died on me for some reason. Well, almost 2/3 of the way done with this star. Actually, I should be playing Renown a bit as well, because Renown is pretty fun. Can be fun if you don't get detonated. I mean, sure, because we are playing 7.0. Invite the squad. And there we go. You will have to wait a bit because my other squad mate is still in battle. Also, this is a user camo I found for the hood, and I'm quite a fan of it. Okay, let me see what it was again. Oh, that's Barham. Yeah, I really like this camo for the hood. Just a user camo I found for it. Like, I like the normal look of the hood. I think the hood is quite a good looking ship. But the dazzle just makes it look better. Oh, that reminds me, I need to put some decals on the Barham. Where is it written? I still need to unlock a bunch of this. That should be another stream, really. Unlocking all of the other decals that I still have to unlock for the British Factory. There it is. Emblem of HMS Barham. And I'm gonna put it right there. That'll be fine. But yeah. Yeah, that doesn't indeed include HMS Churchill, or was it? This one. And there's no modifiers to those damage numbers either. You just have to straight up do that much damage. Okay, we're all ready. Let's get going then. And now we wait again. You know, I probably should play an EC match on stream again. Just because why not? Might actually be a good opportunity to just get some more RP into my Alaska. Because I don't really like playing Alaska in RB, but it's a really good ship for EC. The faster battle cruisers are really fun for enduring confrontation. Although, probably Amagi would actually be a fun one for EC. Because that's a battle cruiser. I'll have to see. But I don't really want to plan my streams too far ahead. I don't. I genuinely I vaguely remember old battleship metas, but I genuinely don't remember Kronstadt why it was such a big threat. I think the main reason why back in the day the Kronstadt was so potent is because a lot of good players played it, and I think it was meta before the bot pandemic as well. So the naval community was a little bit smaller. A bit more focused. And it was shortly after PK as well, wasn't it? PK meta. I don't remember where all of these metas were in comparison to one another, but I do vaguely remember them. And we're on the bad side of Kvarken. Because if they spawn a destroyer, if the red team spawns a destroyer, they can spawn down here, move there, especially if it's a Japanese destroyer, and torpedo almost the entire convoy. Because that's what happens when you just nuke all of the islands south of the F-line for no apparent reason. It's a Barham, a Bayern, Barham, that's some convoy ships.
Action station. Enemy spotted. Target identified. Destroyer.
Bearing 80.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing 80.
Target identified.
Ooh, Russian dreadnought. I always forget which one it is with that crane on the front of it. I'm not sure if that's Poltava or Maria, but I always forget. That's the Maria, the one of the crane? Okay. And I need to put this one back on.
Hold your health.
I don't think these rear guns are actually aimed properly, but they will. Oh yeah, that's right, the towing thing. I completely forgot about that. But to be honest, I never really got, like, towed that much. I think the most recent time I got towed for speed boost was with Alcione.
Collision alert.
Slow down a bit.
Hard aport.
And there goes most of my secondaries.
Control burning compartment.
Probably shouldn't have fired to avoid the rear penalty, but I won't.
Thank you very much. Gramercy. Attack the D-point.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard. Enemy
A few more crunch shots with us, apparently.
Evo down.
We are losing.
Yeah, I never. I don't really play in squads all that often. The only real times I play in squads is during streams.
Engine. All back.
So I never really got pulled around that much, or towed around that much when I was playing coasts and stuff like that. Being a bit of a traffic jam here, with all this crunch stats, not really knowing where they're going. The farm being shelved as well. Yeah, in EC, I will say that in EC, the last time I played with a couple of other friends, I did get towed as well. It's very much more useful to get towed in EC just to speed the entire squadron along. But yeah.
Hard aport.
Collision alert.
Yeah, it's if you're in vaguely the similar weight class, you will just speed each other along. You'll always go
Control to repair
the top speed of the ship towing you.
compartment.
Your acceleration differs though, I think, if you're too far apart in weight.
Take him down. Yes.
I remember that name. This is the guy I know in some Discord server, I think. It's in a Baden, okay.
Correct pick.
That is kind of nice about... Naval is still undeniably a bit of a small player base compared to air and ground, and you will see, you will run into familiar names quite a bit.
14,000.
Especially if you hang around in a lot of naval
Hard starboard.
Discord communities and the like. Are there any other familiar names? Not really.
Your helm.
I am always happy though that when I do see a familiar name, it is on my team, not the enemy team. Especially when there happen to be tournament players I know. Or, yeah, even... That's something I still kind of do want to make videos on, or like a video on, is naval tournaments, but I haven't played a naval tournament in months. Actually, almost a year. I think the last naval tournament I played was the anniversary tournament. Well, no, there was a joke one as well. They did a tournament with the big float planes once, and called it a naval tournament as a joke. It was the float plane bombers, so like the H-8K, the PBY Catalinas, the Sunderlands. Actually, a pretty fun tournament, but then a meta was discovered, and then kind of boring. Not the 238, that was a bit too big, because you had to actually land on it. It was on naval maps, and you had to land on the capture points to cap them, to actually win the matches. And the 238 is just a bit too unwieldy. But it was discovered that if you took the Catalina, the PBY-5 with the landing wheels, so the actual landing gear, if you deploy the landing gear in the water, you'd slow down a lot quicker and actually guarantee the cap a lot easier than with the other float planes. So that became meta real quick. I got an AP unlocked, MK2389. I don't have the AP unlocked yet, that's why I'm not playing it with AP. But I tend with battleships that do have stock SAP to not really prioritize AP as much. I'll probably get it next. I think I'm currently researching the rangefinder. But yeah. I will say I have actually been enjoying Barham. It's been a decent battleship. It is a bit fragile though. And with the plethora of other Barhams around, you do have a semi-easy way to rack up damage. It has been treating me well this far. I wouldn't call her similar to Hood. I'd actually call her a bit more fragile compared to Hood. And it might be completely placebo, but I think the turrets actually rotate quicker than on Hood. I need to check that actually. But it's a solid, genuinely a solid addition to a 7-0 lineup. It's still, as I mentioned before in the stream, it does irk me that for a full British 7-0 lineup you need 2 event vehicles and only 1 Tech 3 vehicle. Because only 1 Tech 3 vehicle is 7-0 for Britain. And that's a bit... not quite right. No, only 1. There's only 1 7 attack 3 ship. Was Marlborough 7-0? I don't actually remember Marlborough at 7-0. Not anymore, at least. Oh no, didn't they move it down as they were about to introduce Iron Duke? Didn't that happen? Yeah, and that's yeah, now I remember. They moved it down as they introduced Iron Duke.
Enemy hit.
Yeah, they have been for a few months now, luckily. But if you do ever see one still, be sure to report it. There we go, that's a solid hit.
Damage control to repair party. Compound flooded compartment.
Aye, steer starboard. Shells on target.
Japanese destroyer over there. Where is it, destroyer?
Destroyer, starboard.
Over there? Why is it over there? Also, if it went down south, it would have been got a perfect lineup.
Port all. Attention.
Helmet, aye.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was planned to give those things the German 15-inch guns. I really do hope they spice things up a bit for Naval with the next two updates. Because it's... Another reason I don't really like playing battleships too much is because it's just getting a bit stale. Naval as a whole gets a little bit stale. Because there's nothing too new. I mean, yes, but that doesn't really mean much yet.
11,000 meters.
Because new battleships might just be more dreadnoughts. There's plenty of dreadnoughts still to go around. I'm still kind of hoping slash coping that it'll add submarines before the end of the year. But I'm very much aware that that's not really a guarantee, is it? This is destroyer. There it is. Enemy Hoodles is peppering with me secondaries.
Control to firefighting crew. Control burning compartment. Port your helm.
Destroy the target. Who will?
That ship shooting at me as well, but that's luckily a cruiser.
Light cruiser.
Bearing 100. 10,000 meters. We are damaged.
Ouch! My rear magazine. And just as I was about to actually make it into somewhere interesting on the map. And now I don't have nearly enough time to actually reach anywhere interesting.
Attack him.
This, if you get to battleship yards, people, don't do what this guy does. Don't sit in front of the spawn. Because what will happen is somebody will like spawn 3 feet behind you and just push you out of the way.
Harbour starboard.
Heck, my turn currently is actually might not be enough to turn him around. I mean, yeah, but maps like this are actually decently well suited for battleships. There are maps that are suited for battleship gameplay. This game mode though, with this timer on this map is just hilarious. And how short it is.
Target identified. Patrol vessel.
I was incredibly tempted to pit maneuver him, but will not. Not when I'm live, at least.
Attack the enemy.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard.
We're ahead of tickets, at least. So now what I'm just going to do is just move out in the open and try and get to their convoy like that.
Our victory is near.
Come on, that further doesn't have much left. That should be the destroyer sinking.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 80. 14,000 meters.
And we just keep moving. Not the greatest match either, in terms of points scored. Those cargo ships do, or well, convoy ships, earns me a bit.
Enemy hit.
Direct hit.
15-inch guns are letting me down a little bit, and damage towards these
Starboard your
convoy escorts.
target identified.
Oh, come on.
Battleship.
The players in front that can't look on. There we go.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Ah, letter trail.
14,000 meters.
Destroy the target.
I'm shooting too high, I think that's the problem. Ouch! Torpedo! Torpedo and it's permanent flooding, and that's half my engine's gone.
Control burning compartment.
And that's also my... Wait, what even... Okay. You should be fine. Let's actually think of shooting before we fully sink.
Damage control. Restore watertight integrity.
No magazine flooded. Buoyancy is neutral. There we go.
Damage
Let's start some
control.
repairs.
Stations.
And we'll just halt here.
Critical damage. Damage.
And there's another Japanese destroyer out there. Oh boy. But again, so it's a 7-0 match, and that's a second Japanese destroyer spawn. But instead of going for the cargo ships by just spawning like down here and moving south, he's trying to kill players. Just a bit odd, in my opinion. As a somewhat of a Japanese main, a bit of an odd choice. Oof.
Vessel losing buoyancy.
Ship is righting itself pretty quickly. But it seems I've lost secondary ammunition. Why are my secondary guns not opening up? Well, at this point it doesn't really matter much.
Critical damage.
That Amden is sinking.
Target identified. Battle cruiser.
Bearing 80.
Hmm.
7,000 meters.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing
Let's get a move on and see if we can see the rest of the convoy.
12,000 meters.
Engine. Flank speed. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 80.
Destroy the target.
Although the hood seems to want me dead. I can't shoot my secondaries anymore.
I refuse.
Are they considered as... I don't think they'd be considered below water, and there's no ammunition stores there. I think they got lost. So I should be able to shoot my secondaries. That too. It just goes off of rank and not actual BR. I think at least.
We are critically damaged. Vessel losing buoyancy.
Just gonna keep moving. See if I can see more cargo ships. But I think my squad mate is just gonna wipe them clean.
Correct hit.
Come on, hood, just burn out. He extinguishes fires. At least it's good to know we can take a torpedo to one of the engine rooms and survive.
We are critically damaged. Enemy hit.
Repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments. Repair parties begin damage control.
Critical damage. Damage party debris.
That actually splashed the magazine, I think the frontmost one. So I'll try that shot again.
We are critically damaged.
Oh, that splashed even more of the magazine. And the Nova took it.
Target identified.
Oh well.
Battleship.
Bearing 80. 11,000 meters.
Target identified.
I see one of the hippers. I think it's past that actually. There it is, yeah.
We are critically damaged.
Take him down.
Target identified.
And there we go, game over.
Patrol vessel.
Time's up. And how far along to the star are we now? Not that much further, I assume. Did get a rangefinder. That'll be useful. And let's get the AP next. Still a little while to go. Actually, we are playing rank 6, aren't we? Yeah. I need to crack up the calculator and calculate how much we still need to do. So 2 times 2, 2.2 times 1.2. So 2.64. So 12,000 divided by 2.64. We need 4,500 more score. That should be doable in like 2 or 3 more matches at the worst case scenario. It should be doable in 2. New Zealand Cape. Okay. Not one you see often. But I do actually like this map for battleships, although I would have preferred the other side. Iron Army is also an option, but nah, let's just stick with Barham. And hello there.
Secure the ship for sea. Engine, flank speed. Hold your helm.
Aye, steer port. Collision alert.
Pretty big match again. And if I had a float plane, I would be sending it over to one of the capture points by now.
Midship.
Helm midships. Aye.
So what I tend to do on this map, if I'm on the other side, is go towards the islands near B, and then fight over B.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard.
C will be pretty heavily contested by enemy battleships, so don't really go over there. A only gets contested really by coastals and destroyers, which may pose a risk to planes. But yeah. What I usually do as well is because I usually don't care that much, I'll go to the left of this island and then north of B, rather than actually using the big island south of B for cover. But I'm not quite sure if I actually did it this much. Yes. I am jealous of all the EA guns, because I don't have any. Oh, I have some 76s, I think, somewhere on the ship. Actually, where are they? Oh, they're right there. In between the funnels.
Collision alert.
Attack the enemy!
Hold your helm.
Aye, steer port. Battleship. Starboard. 12,000 meters.
Action station. Enemy spotted.
Destroy the target!
I believe so. I haven't actually checked if they have TF, but I believe they do.
Starboard your helm.
Probably.
Aye, steer starboard.
The gem should have got detonated like a millisecond before my own shells hit. So they got no damage on him. And now the Mutsu to shoot.
Starboard. 12,000 meters.
Yep. Deutschland, you reversed. I didn't know you were reversing.
Sorry.
I'll just slide along your hull.
Enemy hit. Battleship. Ahead. 9,000 meters.
There you can see some Japanese radar in action. Something not many people know, but those are actually radar equipment. Those funny little horns on Japanese ships. Although I'm not entirely sure what kind of radar. I think it's surface search, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no, they're supposed to be radar of some variety.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Somebody attack him!
I did it. Oh yeah, that's right. I did. That's a while ago now though, isn't it?
Thank you.
Was it last update? I think it was last update.
Destroy the target.
My team is just killing everything before my shells even land. I'm gonna get 4,500 score this way, are we?
Destroy the target.
Commencing attack.
Something on B.
Take him down!
Target identified. Battleship.
Somebody attack him!
Target identified.
Attack the enemy!
Target identified.
Yeah. Well, I think it was an AI bird even that captured B.
Attack the enemy!
Correct hit.
I don't like this little squadron we've got going on. Oh, torpedoes.
Take him down!
Was it an AI that actually captured? Oh well, the AI just torpedoed one of the battleships then. Well, I think it was a 1 meter depth torpedo.
Somebody attack him! Launching an attack.
Hold your helm. Battleship. Ahead. 8,000 meters.
Be careful of what this PK is doing.
Enemy hit.
Port all.
Probably actually should go behind them. It seems he might be turning in towards
Midship.
the C point.
Engaging the enemy. Take him down.
Do search your own risk.
Destroy the target.
That Ace is gonna flood, isn't he? Yep. Flood by gunfire. Doesn't happen too often in battleships.
Enemy hit. We are damaged.
And now we turn out. Ready to guns against the DC. Probably still grinding their Amagis, I guess. I still need to get my Amagi as well. But yesterday when I started grinding Amagi again with Mutsu, I just didn't have the greatest time.
Enemy hit. Shells on target. We are damaged.
Starboard your helm. Steer starboard.
Look at that! My shell is just dispersing when hitting the mountain.
Take him down.
Ooh, an Amagi. So, yep, there goes the frontal magazine of that Amagi. Actually, just a shell room. Let's see if I can actually get the magazine. Unless the fire claims it, but I think fire would put out. Magazine will be one ahead. So yeah, roughly right there. And we need to get to the B point quick.
Him.
Shells on top. Battleship! 7,000 meters!
Attack the enemy.
Reload down.
Target identified. Battleship.
There. 102. 8,000 meters.
That Amagi is listing severely.
Battle cruiser.
So much that it might actually be just exposing more magazine. But I hit low.
Enemy hit. Shells on target.
Somebody attack him. The enemy controls all the positions.
Great hit. Battleship! Starboard! 4,000 meters!
The enemy captured A, but that's fine as long as we capture B.
Enemy hit. Reload down.
AISKR, not the biggest problem.
Target identified.
It's gonna ignore the Amagi for the time being, it's just hurt.
Target identified.
And the squad is just cleaning house.
Attack the enemy. Take him down.
Slow down because I think my squad might actually drifted out of the cap.
All back.
We do actually need to capture it. Yep, he's sinking rapidly.
Target identified. Light cruiser.
Attack the enemy. Allied forces have captured a zone. Somebody attack him.
Helm hard aport.
Enemy listening and losing speed.
Yeah, some proper AP would probably be quite good. Although the sap is really nothing to sneeze at on these ships. Especially when dealing with these thinner armored battleships. I want to turn more like this so I don't have to turn my turrets to the other side of the ship to deal with this SKR. It's an AI. It is just doing AI things. Oh, I was about to blast him. Do need to be a bit wary because something captured.
Port your helm.
The ocean in front of me got pinged, so that means look out for torpedoes usually. So I'm looking out. I'm called out. I don't see any torps.
To the map.
Don't see any, but I'm gonna be careful anyways.
Take him down.
Port all.
I know there's an Alaska behind me, but we just keep a lookout. Thunderbolts, okay. I didn't see any, so I think I'll just be fine.
Target identified.
So let's focus on this battleship now that's already severely damaged.
6,000 meters.
The Orion is making a line for the A point. We didn't have much time, so we're making a line for the A point as well.
Engine.
Just a different one. The secondaries traverse quite slowly as well, don't they?
Repair party, begin damage control.
Destroy the target.
Target destroyed. Enemy listing and losing.
I wouldn't be surprised, it feels like they do.
Somebody attack him. Somebody attack him.
There's another SKR to blast.
Battleship. Starboard. 8,000 meters.
You know, you'd hope that if people are playing at 7.0, they'd actually know what torpedo depth would do, but no, well.
Enemy listing and losing speed.
Attack the enemy.
Enemy destroyed.
Starboard your helm.
Aye. Steer starboard.
How allow over penetrations mostly. But it did rip apart everything that it did hit. I see is being captured, that's good.
Destroy the target.
Battleship. Starboard.
Just need to keep a good eye out in case there's more coastals.
Allied forces have captured
I don't think there will be.
Target identified. Battleship.
Decentish score. I could just go above 2k, that'd be ideal. Oh come on, did I really just lose lock last moment? Oh, hello. Please, guns turn. I actually lost one of my barrels.
Attack the enemy. Attention to the map.
So,
Somebody attack him.
fun thing, you can actually detonate Frank Knox's by shooting the rear magazine. But at this point, I don't think that's too big of like the biggest concern. So let's just shoot to hit, and then we'll see afterwards.
All back. Damage control to station.
And okay, my secondaries did actually manage to fire. And there goes Frank Knox.
Enemy destroyed.
Ah, similar, same thing.
And losing speed.
That's a more better score. Now I have the same amount of score I need to get in my next match to finish my star. Farm a bit more score.
Destroy the target.
Nope, because that Barham just detonated.
Take him down.
Please fly straight at me. Please do. I saw that thing have torpedoes equipped underneath it. It's fine. It's a torpedo bomber. Come on, guns, turn.
100 meters.
Fly straight at me. Do it. Do it. Straight and level. Ah, missed him.
Somebody attack.
And the AA gun took him out anyways. Okay, 2 torpedoes. What happens? There go my secondaries and the second torpedo. Couldn't see it. That 76 did indeed come in clutch though. Oop. Bit of a sell, always welcome. Not the most amount of score gain, but still. And that's AP unlocked immediately. Lovely. What shall we go next? I'm actually kind of fine with the speed of it. It's not painfully slow. Not too bad either. I might actually just want to go with sharper protection. And we need a good match, like a really good match. And then we still, like, well, a match like that. And we'll have that star done. I was going to check turret reverse, but no, well, let's just stay in the queue for now. Well, turret reverse speed, that is. I mean, yeah. To be honest, that's 76 that shot down at A2D. It was pretty much a direct hit anyways. At least it looked like a direct hit, almost. Speaking of VT, I've been playing my Frank Knox more and more recently, and it is so fun to lock onto an aircraft like 6 kilometers away with radar, and then just spray VT in its direction and just shoot it down. It is incredibly satisfying to just shoot down aircraft beyond the range where they'd expect to get hit. I should really have a Mitcher. But the thing is, the Mitcher isn't as fun in a normal service engagement, whilst the Frank Knox is just fun all round. I don't own the Wilkinson though I should probably get it on the next sale. Because Wilkinson does look a fair bit better with those really rapid fire 76s. Can you? Can you do that on wishlist with GE vehicles? I don't think you can. Oh, hold on. Let's not forget to take the AP. So let's do that.
All hands to battle stations.
Collision alert.
Attack the sea point.
And see what happens.
Sea point.
Starboard all.
Hard starboard, aye. Battleship. Ahead. 11,000 meters.
Action station. Enemy spotted.
Scharnhorst.
Back up.
Noun. SKR. Well, a Scharnhorst might actually be a good target for the AP. What's the penetration like? Pretty good?
Attacking.
Not great though against the Scharnhorst at that kind of range. Shouldn't really wait for those rear turrets, I should just fire. But I also have the tendency to just wait for the full broadside.
Patrol vessel
But I shouldn't.
ahead. 7,000 meters.
Shells on top.
Not a bad first hit. I'll slow down to let Barham pass in front of me.
All astern.
Because this thing is just asking for trouble if I don't. Don't slow down. Maybe a little bit of a boop, I think. But we'll have to live with that. Also, that is just really good firing arcs as well for those rear turrets. The teeniest of boops. There we go.
Engines, flank speed.
Collision alert.
I am also starting to believe that they've improved the dispersion of the 15-inch guns a bit. Because they do feel quite a bit better. At least for what little experience I have with these 15-inch guns. Also, Yamashita, if you could turn left, maybe that would be lovely. That or just slow down again and let the Yamashita pass in front. And hold fire for a second as it passes in front of my guns.
Launching an attack.
Can I shoot over that mountain to hit the Scharnhorst is a big question.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Yes.
Enemy hit.
Decent aiming, but no real meaningful penetrations.
9,000 meters.
Target identified. Battle cruiser.
10,000 meters.
Force all.
Three on down.
Engines, all stop.
Please get a shell room. Did I get a shell room? Maybe I have. And now we just keep shooting. Keep shooting at whatever we can.
Thank you very much.
But I am already appreciating the greater punch of the AP shells.
Enemy hit. Near hit.
Battleship. Port. 10,000 meters.
Three on damage.
There we go, that's a shell room detonation.
Port your helm.
Aye. Steer port.
Target identified. Battleship.
Bearing 220. 9,000 meters.
And will that hit? No, it'll miss, won't it? Actually, a bit too far behind to try and hit the rear shell room. I just the first match in it. I'm still getting a feel for the AP myself, but I'm already, as I just said, appreciating the bigger punch in terms of penetration.
Somebody attack him.
Three on damage.
There goes the rear turret.
Control to firefighting crew. Control burning compartment.
Thank you. Take him down. We're winning. Take him down.
That was actually almost a magazine detonation. Let's get ourselves into cover quickly.
7,000 meters.
Target identified. Battleship.
And maybe do some more crunch set bullying. I do actually kind of like that the turrets just pop open on Barham as they get damaged. I think that's the second Barham I've never seen detonate by AI. I'm not quite sure what to think about that.
We are damaged.
Destroy the target!
If you know which ship it is, I might be able to help.
Damage control to repair party. Pump out flooded compartment. Port your helm.
There's a second crunch that, which hasn't been detonated yet. Not gonna get enough score this match though. Not with the coastal gap. That's gonna terminate this match early.
Target identified. Battle cruiser. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
Battle cruiser! Port! 7,000 meters!
Direct hit.
There goes the first of the crunch stats.
Hell, hard aport.
Hardport, aye! Helmet ships, aye!
Target identified. Battleship.
Where do I shoot that renown to sink it? It's in the very... it's either the very front or the very rear. I'm more inclined to try and aim for the front of it.
Enemy hit.
I didn't really do much there, did I? Actually, yep. There it goes. It's sinking.
Battle cruiser! Ahead! 6,000 meters!
Hell, midship.
Don't like these battleship engagements where I can't actually physically see my target. Especially when it's something like a crunch stat where I really just want to pop their shell rooms. I can't quite make this turn, I'm guessing.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Dangerous battle ahead. We are damaged.
I'm gonna play. I need to play like another match or two, am I, to get that star done.
Another zone captured, we have the advantage.
Direct hit.
Come on, just slide off of it.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Target identified. Battleship.
200. 8,000 feet.
Hardport, aye!
Target identified. Battle cruiser.
Bearing 200.
Battle cruiser! Ahead! 7,000 meters!
Damage control. Compartment. Target identified. Light cruiser.
Bearing 180. 8,000 meters.
Target identified.
There's an ISIS sneaking through somewhere.
Starboard your helm.
But I don't quite have a shot on it.
Attack the enemy.
We are damaged.
I agree. Engaging the enemy.
hand is kind of low HP. I want to see if I can finish it off.
Parties begin damage control.
I'm shooting way too high.
Somebody attack him.
Enemy hit.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I'll shoot over the island.
Short.
I can't deal with these at the moment. He's gonna capture B as well, isn't he?
Attack the enemy.
Yeah, I just can't shoot it at all. I mean, yeah, the match will last longer, and I don't actually particularly care whether it's a win or loss. I just need to gather score.
Cruiser.
So yeah, that actually might not be a bad thing.
6,000 meters.
I really don't want to do another match.
Target identified. Battleship.
It's getting kind of late.
Near the B point.
Engine.
Exactly, Deutschland.
Midship.
Direct hit. Enemy ship on fire.
I mean, let's say if we don't get it this match, we'll just do a match of Frank Knox or 4-7 in general and just slap it out as quickly as possible.
I agree.
Starboard! 7,000 meters!
Commencing attack.
And detonated the Scharnhorst. Always great.
Battleship.
I'm kind of drifting out of this. Our rear guns will still have a target, but our front guns will hit the island. Short, darn. Actually, I think that just scattered on the torpedo protection.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard!
Engines. All stop.
Too far in front because he's slowing down and I'm slowing down.
Shells on target. Shells on target.
I think he's come to a halt, hasn't he? Oh, now he's moving again. Is he moving forward or is he moving backwards?
1,000 meters!
Moving forwards.
A little more effort.
I can see where the torpedo lead indicator. That splashed the magazine,
Attack the enemy.
so another salvo might do it. But yeah, we'll need another match after this. I think I'll just do a match in Frank Knox to finish it off. I hear a plane approaching rapidly. Still alive.
Damage control to firefighting crew.
target.
We have most of the zones.
Patrol vessel! Starboard! 3,000 meters!
Damage control to repair parties. Compound flooded compartments. All hands.
And there we go.
stand up.
So
Stow weapons and
let's
equipment to
quickly
storage
swap over to 4.7. And hopefully our squad mate playing Japan will also do that. Just to get a start on, because there is a very real possibility I'll have to do 2 more matches in battleships, and I really don't. It's going to be a bit too long. So, US 4.7. Okay, I think he does have a switch a lineup. Yep, there we go. And whilst we're at it, activate a big ol' SL booster. And see how far we can get. Also, whilst we're waiting on... Yep, whilst we're waiting on him. I'm liking Barham. I think Barham is a good battleship. It's not particularly meta, I'd say. It's not like really... but it's solid. It's just a good battleship. Potent guns, not a bad reload. AA is lacking, but there's plenty of battleships with lacking AA. Armor, I will say she is a bit fragile. Especially for a... Let me do that. But I don't think that works. I don't think that works with GE premiums. I think that only works for pack vehicles you have to buy in the store. Adding stuff to the wish list. Unless they changed it last I checked. Is he ready? Anyways. I'm gonna queue us because I just want to get this over with. It is a bit. For as far as I can tell, the only vehicles other people can see on your wish list are market packs. Or not market packs, shop packs. So like stuff you have to directly buy with real money. Any in-game GE premium they can't get for you, and of course any tech-free vehicle they can't get for you, sadly. But yeah. What I have found a good use for, I think, can I see mine whilst in a queue? Yeah, so the vehicles I have on it are vehicles I just need to get for the next sale. Can you gift? Oh, you can, yeah. So there's like some stuff I want, like the T14, but that's for another time. But there's also stuff I just gonna get when they get on sale. So I'm just gonna wait for that. It's a decent way to keep track of the vehicles you have to get. But it is a bit suboptimal. Alrighty. On we go to maybe the last match for tonight. Andaman Sea, not the greatest. Even for a destroyer, it's not that particularly great.
Free and clear to navigate.
Oh boy, Atlanta up there.
Flank speed.
Left standard rudder, aye aye.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact Barham. 060. 9,000 meters.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact Barham. 060. 9,000 meters. Light cruiser. Contact Barham. 010.
Oh boy, really?
Hosen, make condition 1. Left standard rudder.
I need to get the Mogador, really.
Destroyer. Contact bearing. 060. 9,000 meters.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact bearing. 060.
There's a lot of other ships I need to get. I really do want to get Amagi first, because of any ship. But at the same time, it's just more battleship gameplay, and Amagi's not that great.
Near miss. Near miss.
I really wouldn't call Amagi a paper ship, although the one we have in game probably... yeah. But Amagi itself I would never call a paper ship. That's not a paper ship, that's a ship that got cancelled.
Right standard rudder.
Right standard rudder, aye aye.
Actually, well... I hate the term as well, because technically speaking, none of the ships in game are paper ships. In the sense that, like, they're not only on blueprints. Like, I believe all the quote-unquote project ships in game have actually started construction.
Target identified.
So calling them
Destroyer.
paper ships is a bit of a... not quite right.
7,000 meters.
Target identified. Mode.
Bearing. 040. 4,000 meters.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Direct hit. Bridge hit.
I've been noticing that as well lately, is that sometimes you'll see ships on 0 crew, whilst they're not clearly not on 0 crew.
Enemy hit. Light cruiser. Contact
That's a little bit
bearing.
annoying.
100. 9,000 meters.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact bearing. 080. 5,000 meters.
I am going to steal those kills all day and every day. I just need to get the score done.
Direct hit. Contact bearing. 080. 5,000 meters. Bridge hit. Repair party. Restore health control. Alert. Obstacle ahead.
The enemy's getting closer to victory.
Right standard rudder.
Right standard rudder. Aye aye. Near miss.
Target identified. Destroyer.
Contact bearing. 080. 5,000 meters.
Thanks!
Target identified.
Now I'll just
Light
move on to the
cruiser.
B point at some point.
100. 9,000 meters.
Oh yes, please.
Target being tracked.
Just a little bit for my own movement, because radar doesn't. And boom goes the dynamite.
Air target destroyed. Light cruiser.
P2 blown straight out of the sky.
100. 7,000 meters.
Let's keep our search radar active at the moment.
Aye aye. Load SAP.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Like Amagi, I kind of had the same feeling about Mutsu. Okay, it's like the first 16-inch guns. That is impressive. It's a next kind of big step for naval capital ships. But their performance is not that special in terms of like actual like gun power. If anything, the biggest boon of the Mutsu and Amagi is just the reload rate being less than 30 seconds.
Supremacy.
Engine. All back.
On target. Collision alert. Enemy flounder. Enemy vessel.
Ouch.
Bridge hit.
Oh, hello, Kazuki.
Restore health control.
Repair party
keep just shooting. And this is why I like the Frank Knox. And the Summoner gearing class in general. Just absolute overwhelming firepower. It's a Key 48. The absolute Chad. There he goes. He's still guiding his missile though, because he's not yet dead. For a second I thought there was more aircraft up. I think when it comes to Japan, there are more interesting ships to add for them currently, or just their cruisers. They've got plenty of weird and wacky cruisers, and I've been saying it a lot in my streams that there's some of them that I would like to see. I mean, in terms of battleships, it's just all the same until Yamato. I keep losing the super firing turret a lot. To keep an eye on my radar a bit more, just in case another aircraft pops up. Ouch. That was my ready rack. There goes his ready rack. And pop goes the Moffat. This is going to be a lot of a sell, and I already know it. Ooh, that's an artillery strike on my position. Aircraft. Yes, I should have seen it coming. It's from the PT6. But I'm happy with the result nonetheless. And I think I'll...
All hands.
Probably not enough left to really... Actually, let's do the Mitchell, like Scott Mate said. Have some fun with that in the A roll. Need to switch that off.
Full left over.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
Left hard rudder. Aye, aye.
Target identified. Torpedo bomber.
040. 9,000 meters. Target tracking locked. Target locked on. Destroyed. Contact down. 060. 7,000 meters.
Yeah, those are the funny ones.
Steady as she goes.
Holding course.
And
Aye,
nope.
aye. Air
I guess one of my stream over 5-inch guns from the
Pull right over.
Ragnox did hit it.
hard rudder. Aye, aye.
That was a monstrous score I racked up in the Frank Knox. With 300% booster, that's going to be a fun result, I think.
Left standard rudder.
Left standard rudder. Aye, aye.
Just keep shooting. Just don't quite have the same volume of fire as a Nox though. Although you do get close.
Near miss. Near miss. Direct hit.
I think people have been saying a Forest Sherman would be a real fun boat to have. Because it's basically this one, but just with another turret. And that 50% increase, well, is it a 50% increase? And firepower would be pretty neat.
Just a little more effort and victory will surely be ours.
And there we go. And let's see what the result of that is. A smooth 1 million SL. And some battle pass challenges done apparently. There we go. It was 1 million. It was 1,072,000. So reward has been achieved. We go to get 4 random mods. Ventilation pumps. Oh, that's pretty nice actually. Survive. Ah, yeah, that's what I wanted. Because that gives me survivability mods and 6-inch sap. That's exactly what I actually wanted. More survivability and the sap. Perfect. That means I just need armament targeting and speed. So what I wanted to check as well is what is the turret rotation. Oh, and I got the camo, of course, which I also need to collect, maybe? I do. There we go. So first and foremost, camo. Is that it? Is it just the simple... Can I scale it? Nope. This is definitely a camo I'm going to change out for one of the unlockable ones. If you compare it to... Well, unicolor is never really that interesting. Bicolor? I'm not actually the biggest fan of the bicolor spotted for Britain. Like, bicolor striped and multicolor are much nicer. I might actually stick with it just because it's the other British options are not that great. But then, what is turret rotation? Horizontal is 1.7. And that is the same as the secondaries. Yikes. But that does explain it. Is it even the same for this one? It is. 1.7. Is it the same as Hood? And do I have the turret? I do have... Let's uninstall it. It is. Weird. Because it doesn't feel as slow as it is on Hood. But that might also be because the ship itself is slower, so you're not moving as much compared to your target. That might be why. Yeah, it maxes out at 2. The Hood is 2 degrees, so it'll be the same for Barham. But yeah, that is HMS Barham. And I'm actually going to equip that as well. In my opinion, HMS Barham is a solid battleship. It is fragile, but there are very few battleships that aren't in some way or form fragile, in some way or form vulnerable. It doesn't have the greatest armor. The magazine is pretty decently protected, although I have seen quite a few of them just detonate, me included. But other than that, it's a solid battleship. The only complaint about it I have is the fact it's an event ship, making it, you know, this is a problem. 1 Tech 370 and 2 Event 70s is not nice. But other than that, I have no complaints about Barham. It's yeah, alright ship. And I am going to leave it at that for tonight. Anything I have to say as well? So I still need to work on that video about like an update summary video. I am very much aware that I'm late on that. I just haven't had the time the past few weeks with grinding the event and other stuff that popped up. So I'll be working that soonish. Other than that, there will not be a stream next week, because I've got something to do Sunday that I need to be up for early, and I can't stream. So it'll be in 2 weeks, where we'll probably do some more French Coastal. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.